Butterflied chicken is a great way to speed up the cooking process of a whole chicken. I've brought my chicken out of the fridge an hour ago. I always find this is crucial when you're cooking any type of meat because it's going to cook much more evenly. So once you've removed it out of the pack, what I need to do is just pat it dry. If there's any liquid there, we want that gone. So just with some paper toweling, we'll pat that dry. Now, the best way to butterfly your chicken is to use some kitchen scissors. You've got to use some sharp ones, but what we're trying to do is cut along each side of the backbone of the chicken. So we're going to start where the parson's nose is and just cut on one side and then the other side. And then always have your knife on standby in case you need it to go through a bit of a tougher piece of bone. And now just to make it easier, we're going to turn it over breast side and we'll just finish cutting out this backbone. Now don't throw away this backbone, there's so much flavour in it. It makes a fantastic broth for a soup. So we'll just take that away. See how easy that is to do? We'll put that to one side. Now I'm going to turn the chicken back over and you'll see that it's starting to flatten out. Now just to ensure that it stays really flat throughout the cooking process, just use the palm of your hand just to press it down on that breastbone. Okay, that's nice and flat now, so we'll just grab a tray that's been lined with some baking paper and I'll place the chicken straight onto that baking paper, and what I want to do is just tuck under the wing tips just so they don't burn throughout the cooking process. Great. Now it's time to get onto just a really quick marinade to go with this, and now into a bowl, just 3 really simple ingredients, a generous amount of oregano, along with some smoked paprika and lots of lemon zest for this. Fabulous. Now we need a generous glug of extra virgin olive oil. So 2 tablespoons, use a good quality Australian one if you can, and then a generous pinch of salt. Now this salt not only has to flavour the marinade but also the chicken, so you can be quite generous with that. And then a good crack of pepper. And that's all I'm adding to it. I'll grab a spoon, give that a quick mix, and we'll just drizzle that over the chook. Now just spread that out so it's completely covered. Now I've preheated my oven to 200 degrees, so this is going to take about 40 minutes in the oven. So while the chicken is cooking in the oven, we can get onto a really quick salsa to go with it. An avocado salsa goes really well with chicken. And I'm also going to serve it in some hot tortillas. So just a really yummy midweek dinner. Now for the avocado salsa, 2 lovely ripe avocados that I'm just going to cut in half. When you're looking for your ripe avocados in the store, please do me a favour and don't poke and prod at it, because what happens is you bruise it. So the person that eventually takes it home is going to get a blackened avocado. The best way to do it is just pop it between your hands like this and then gently press it like this. Not like this, because if you do that, that's when you get all of those stains in the centre. Look how gorgeous these avocados are. They're just fantastic. So we'll just take the seed out. And then I'll just scoop the avocado flesh straight into a bowl. You don't need to worry about chopping it perfectly. I want this to be quite rustic and I will be mashing it later. There's so many different varieties of avocados. These shepherd avocados are in season at the moment, and you can see how much flesh to skin ratio. They're absolutely fantastic. Now for a few extra ingredients, some jalapeno, nice thin slices of the jalapeno. I'm going to leave some of the seeds in because I don't mind a bit of heat, and just cutting them into rounds, and then we'll pop them straight in, along with some onion, just some Spanish onion that I'll just finely chop. So about half of the onion, some ripe tomato, we'll just take the core out. And then don't forget that lemon that we reserved. We want half of this lemon, the juice of half of it. We'll just squeeze that straight in there. A good pinch of salt and some fresh coriander. Right, all I need to do now is grab a fork and then I'm going to roughly mash this until it all comes together. And we need to rest the chicken. When it comes out, it's going to rest for about 20 minutes before I start carving it. Now the chicken has come out of the oven and it's rested for 20 minutes. That's super important. So all of those juices just rest and it makes it super juicy. I'm going to take it off the baking paper and you can see all of these juices here. I'm not going to waste it. That's going to go onto the tortilla. Now you can cut this all up and put it in the middle of the table, and that's how I would do it at home. But just to show you how I would dress this, I've got some warm tortillas that I've put into the oven. And I'll just place one hot one straight onto a plate. And then what I like to do is add some of this avocado salsa on the base of it. So a little of the chunkier parts and the softer parts. Fabulous. And now for the chicken. My favorite part of the chicken would have to be the thigh. So I'm just going to cut a few slices straight off there. Wow, look how juicy that is. And you can see how the juices are not running completely onto the board. That's because we've rested it. So important. So I'm just going to place some sliced chook right on the top, skin and all, and just pop that on top, just like that. Fabulous. And now for some of those juices, just a small spoon. And we're just going to gather them all up. Yum. All of that oregano and that smoked paprika will just drizzle over the top. If you are a coriander lover like I am, by all means, add a few more sprigs of coriander just over the top as is. That is such a lovely way to cook your chicken, butterflied chicken. Add it with a simple avocado guacamole like this, delicious, particularly for a midweek dinner.